a small farm at the foot of Mount Namsan, in one of the remote mountain villages of South Korea, lived Haemi, who always worked at night. While other women in the village washed clothes or harvested crops in the fields during the day, Haemi stayed at home. But when night fell, she would head alone to her farm, working only under the moonlight amidst the darkness of the mountains. The villagers referred to her as the Night Woman because of her peculiar habits. Despite the nickname, Haemi continued her work discreetly, unconcerned with the village gossip. One night, while the villagers slept, Haemi set out on the mountain path with a large basket on her back. In the basket were sunflower seeds. Under the brilliant moonlight, she scattered the seeds into the soil and then began watering her fields as she slowly traversed the mountain slopes. In the darkness of the night, only the moonlight and the wind from the mountains accompanied her. When the villagers went to their fields with the first light of dawn, they noticed the sunflower buds in Haemi's fields glistening with morning dew. These previously unnoticed plants caused a stir in the village. Everyone began to wonder, what is the secret of the Night Woman? Rumors circulated in the village, some even suggesting that Haemi practiced magic or made deals with the spirits of the mountains. The elderly priest, one of the village elders, believed that Haemi working under the moonlight could be dangerous for the village. He went to Haemi's field, where she planted the seeds, and called out, "Give up planting seeds tonight." Haemi approached the priest calmly. "I am merely cultivating sunflowers that bloom at night," she said. Unconvinced by her words, the priest decided to follow her. The next night, as Haemi walked towards her fields with her basket, the old priest secretly trailed her. Haemi scattered the seeds into the soil upon reaching her field, and then gently covered the earth. She then walked towards a distant hill where the wind blew. As the priest silently followed her footsteps, he noticed Haemi approaching an ancient temple at the peak of the mountain. Sitting in front of the temple, Haemi closed her eyes and began murmuring. When the priest approached, he saw Haemi kneading the seeds in a bowl with her hands. Summoning his courage, the priest addressed Haemi. "What are you doing here?" Haemi looked at the priest and said, "Sunflowers that bloom at night can only grow from seeds suited to the moonlight. These seeds must be kneaded at the sacred place of the temple, paying respect to the spirits of the mountain." The priest realized that Haemi wasn't practicing magic, but rather preserving an ancient tradition. Haemi then revealed her secret to the priest. "These flowers only bloom at night under the moonlight. It's a secret passed down from my mother and generations before. I have no pact with the spirits of the mountain. I just have to knead the seeds under the moonlight." Respecting Haemi's beliefs, the priest returned to the village. The next morning, he revealed Haemi's secret to the villagers. "She cultivates sunflowers not with the magic of the mountains, but with the wisdom of our ancestors. Show her respect," he said. A few weeks later, the fields in the village were filled with sunflowers blooming under the moonlight. The villagers let go of their prejudices against Haemi. Instead of calling her the Night Woman, they bestowed upon her the title of Queen of Sunflowers. Haemi began teaching the villagers how to plant sunflowers at night. Thanks to this mysterious tradition, the village gained fame for its sunflowers that bloomed at night. People from other villages flocked to the Namsan Mountains to see Haemi's sunflowers. Her secret had become the village's source of livelihood. The Queen of Sunflowers had passed down this wisdom from her ancestors to her village.